All right, what's up? Here with Dan Green from Boss Barbell.
What's up, guys?
And we're at the Record Breakers Meet, sponsored by Reebok here in Dublin. So, Dan, you are known in the powerlifting world. You've also done some other things. What is your kind of just background in athletics?
I mean, I've been playing sports my entire life, but I think the things that before powerlifting made a difference. Being a gymnast, that's a big one. Just
really?
A lot of flexibility and stuff, and shoulder strength. But I played baseball most of my life, so I don't know that really helps in the powerlifting. But just the mentality, I think, of playing competitive sports, especially baseball is a sport where even though it's like a team sport, it's really like a one-on-one sport. So, that's the biggest one for me.
So being a gymnast.
Yeah, being a gymnast, I think physically that helps a lot.
How long did you do gymnastics?
I started when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I did it all the way through into my 20s. I was actually teaching it at adult class when I started as a powerlifter. But
very cool.
Once I got above like 230 body weight, it started to get pretty tough.
So did gymnastics and you competed as a gymnast then?
Not so much competing, but
just practicing?
Just did it, yeah. Yeah, when I was in college, I was on the cheerleading team at Michigan, so doing the gymnastics was pretty helpful for that.
Yeah.
So I mean, not competing in like gymnastics per se, but just to all the flips and the flexibility and stuff from that.
So even doing that, were you doing a lot of strength training at that time for that?
Yeah. No, I've always lifted weights since I was like 13.
Right.
Got the little curl bar in my room.
Yeah.
Just getting a pump in front of the, every evening, just like repping out.
What motivated you to start doing that? You just want to get jacked, or?
Exactly. Yeah. I think when I was a kid, just you watch like Arnold videos.
Right.
All the movies. I mean, that's for sure the motivation from when I was young. Arnold. It just seemed like awesome. I want to do to lift.
Right. And then doing that and the gymnast thing, it all kind of just leads into the right way.
Well, the other thing too is once I could go to the gym, it was like independence. So when I was like 15 and 16, I could start going to the gym on my own.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, this is way better than just going home and being.
Yeah.
I don't want to. You're at home. It's parents' rules, right?
Right. Yeah. At the gym, air it out.
And
that's it. What have you done that you're most proud of? Like, what accomplishment do you have? It doesn't have to be in athletics. It can be in life, or maybe it is. Is there one thing you can think of that stands out that you're most proud of?
I mean, honestly, there's like a lot that we've done. I mean, things that I'm proud of. Besides the lifting, opening a gym, being married, having a son.
Yeah.
All those things. But I think the thing that's important for me is like just in the process of doing all those things, like not feeling like I had to do something, somebody else's way.
Right.
But, just do it the right way, because I think, especially opening the gym, it's a way to affect everyone else's lives, and so that part's pretty awesome. So if we did that in kind of a compromised or shitty way, I don't know. I mean, I feel pretty blessed that I'm able to be good at, what I do. But to be able to share that with other people, it's a pretty good opportunity. And I love coaching, so to be able to help people, not just like with the technique and stuff, but like the mental
changing lives.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good way to impact people's lives. So.
And then as far as the lifting and that type of stuff goes, what's the one thing that you think kind of stands out the most to you? Because sometimes people have had big records, and it's not even that. Maybe it's something, or maybe it is. Is there something that stands out?
I mean, my favorite thing is honestly that I've always been my own coach.
Yeah.
And so every time people always say, what's your favorite lift? And usually it's the one that is making progress at the moment, right? So, sometimes your squat goes up, sometimes it's stalled, sometimes the bench. And so every time I like that it's a challenge, right?
Right.
So whenever I've been frustrated with something and I've, been able to kind of figure out how do I make the progress from there, that's what's exciting about it to me.
Figuring it out yourself and kind of making your own way.
Yeah, exactly. So, I guess you could say I'm proud that I've pretty much just studied and, done everything that I could to figure out, how to progress on my own.
Last thing, if someone wants to get strong, they say, hey, I just want to get, what's one tip that you could just, kind of across the board, one tip someone can do to help get strong?
First of all, you got to lift weights. That's going to be an important part. And you got to get the basics out of the way. But I think, the obvious things, if you're gonna lift, you've got to just be able to push yourself. That's what it comes down to, because you could lay out all the best like training programs on a piece of paper, but if you're not, and I think it's cliche to say to get out of your comfort zone, but I think to me the thing that's the biggest thing is when you're out of your comfort zone, like what are you doing at that point?
Right.
When you're at the last reps of your set, are you like counting the reps to get them over with, or
are you mailing it in?
Making those ones really count?
Right.
You know, I think people see my training and they're like, wow, you grind really hard in your training and stuff, but that's kind of the thing for me, is when I'm in that moment where it's uncomfortable and, you know, everything's telling you what you should do, but, you know, mentally you're in the moment where you say, I can either make these ones count or I can, you know.
Yeah.
So that's always, I mean, that's what I love about the training the most, is just that ability to push myself. So
awesome. Well, hey, thanks a lot. Really appreciate your time.
Cool, man.
All right,
Thank
man,
you.
thanks.